Let's get something straight. Nobody likes clowns. Not even clowns like other clowns. A quick Google search will reveal dozens of terror-stricken children with their eyes squinted in fear. Now this reaction might make sense if we were talking about a man-sized bunny. But clowns? They're meant to bring comic relief, though more often, they do the opposite. Instead, they incur fear.
What's the matter? One balloon, not enough.
A feeling we've been primed for by countless horror films. You might already have an idea where I'm going with this, but this isn't the typical clown we've come to know. No, this man or monster may just be the most vicious slasher from the annals of horror history. I'm talking about the Terrifier.
NPR News in Washington. I'm Dave Mattingly.
Today's kind of different.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually a direct message from, get this, our local sheriff.
Seriously?
Yeah, relayed through our manager, and let me tell you, it's about a real, and I mean real danger, right here in our own backyard, you know?
Okay, now you've got my attention. I mean, that's not the kind of thing you usually hear about, especially from law enforcement, right?
Right, this is like the kind of stuff, honestly, that you'd expect to see in a horror movie, you know?
So what's the deal? What's going on?
So the message, right, it's about...
Well, folks, it looks like our favorite local menace is still on the loose. The police confirm the Miles County murder suspect is out there, lurking like a bad date you just can't shake off.
Goes down my spine.
Something must have changed.
That's exactly what I thought. Like, what makes this the thing that elevates it to, like, a credible threat? And it gets even more unsettling because, you know, there's so little information out there. Like...
So, if you enjoy living, maybe stay inside and lock those doors.
That's games. That suggests something else entirely. It's calculated, deliberate.
So this is serious stuff, folks. And with Halloween just around the corner.
The worst possible time for this.
Exactly. So what can you do? Trust your gut. That's number one, all right? If anyone, and I mean anyone, resembling this,
And if you see anything suspicious, or just plain terrifying, give the sheriff's office a call. And let's just say, those poor girls, they'll be getting a closed casket service for sure.
Danger. Don't wait around to see what happens, you know.
Absolutely. Being aware of your surroundings, trusting those gut feelings, it's crucial, especially in situations like this.
And don't go out alone.
Yeah.
Especially at night.
Yeah.
Stick with your friends, all right? Safety in numbers.
Right. There's a reason that advice has been around forever.
Exactly. And look, I know this is a lot. This is scary stuff. But knowing it's power. Share this. Share this with everyone you know, anyone heading out for Halloween.
Exactly. We can look out for each other. You know?
Exactly. A little vigilance can make all the difference.
Yeah.
Let's have a safe and fun Halloween.
As per usual, the harsh critics said no, but the audience, well, the audience said yes. As time went on, people granted a new appreciation for art's sadistic nature. They craved more of the visceral gore they took in from the first showing. It appeared art had earned its place as a nightmarish slasher icon. He'd be sitting at the table with Freddy, Jason, and the others, just not as widely known. Regardless, it seemed this time the Terrifier was here to stay, and he was far from obscurity. At this point, Damien acknowledged he had a golden goose with a golden ticket and buckets of blood for creativity. As the fandom grew, it demanded more, and the franchise made a vow to exceed the level of practical effects displayed in the first film. All of this momentum and success propelled Damien to produce a sequel worthy of making them feel queasy and exhilarated once again. It would boast an impressive runtime of 2 hours and 18 minutes.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Quite literally doubling down on the clock in comparison to its predecessor. To put this into a better perspective, the harsh majority of horror movies only run for about an hour and a half, making Terrifier 2 a unique offering to the genre. This extended second welcome allowed deeper and more immersive storytelling with richer character development, inviting the viewer to invest themselves emotionally and experience more than what the original slasher provided. The following movie would take on a story of good versus pure evil. At the center of the story, it's our protagonist, Sienna, who's essentially Art's kryptonite, providing a much-needed pushback to Art's violent escapades. And that's definitely not without taking a beating herself. In the beginning, we see a broken family, with the father deceased and her mother Barbara, who's burdened and overworked. Her brother Jonathan, whose obsession with the grim has him wanting to dress as the Miles County slasher for Halloween.
Look at this.
What's that, brother?
Daddy drew this?
The suburbs paint a picture of safety and comfort as the Terrifier slashes through their serenity. Opportunistically under the guise of Halloween costumes, he traverses freely through the town with little to no suspicion.
I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Prior to the production, Damien said he would appease the fans on gore factor.
We don't want to let the fans down.
And double down he did, doling out 250,000 clams just for practical effects alone. Safe to say, Leone wasn't fucking around this time. People's heads splitting, arms breaking, disemboweling, even cannibalism. They covered the plethora of murderous debauchery with a demonic twist. Leone would tie Art into a pagan story from the depths of hell, describing Art as a demon walking the earth committing heinous acts. It's noted Art's murderous rampage had begun prior to the first film's story.
Some kind of connection between her, the old carnival, and the Miles County clown. Something really bad's gonna happen tonight. I know it.
Further describing Sienna's father as a man who had lost his mind, going down the dark rabbit hole of the Miles County murderer.
I'm taking crazy pills!
He left nothing behind aside from his sketches to Jonathan and a single relic of unknown origins to Sienna, a sword. It's suggested but not announced aloud that Sienna's father knew more about the demonic presence than what is led on. His stories depicted of demons, ghouls, and Art the Clown himself.
It's him.
But more importantly, it featured a suspicious-looking warrior that would fend off what came from the Ninth Circle.
An angel. She's an angel warrior.
As above, so below. Art had powers beyond the mortal flesh, and so did Sienna, allowing her to regenerate from fatal wounds through a symbiotic, supernatural connection with the sword. After an exhausting kill count of
24
11
people.
At the story's climax, Sienna recovers from a deep puncture to the abdomen. Beyond the point of no return, Sienna swims from the pits of Hades to finally end Art with her relic forged from the fiery pits of hell.
Never back down, never what?
Wielding the one and only weapon capable of bringing the Terrifier to his ultimate demise.
Final.
With multiple chops, Sienna separates Art's head from his body. Which is then retrieved by his malevolent minion. Only a subtle implication is made that the story will go further.